Hi, I'm Liz with Liz's Crafts, and today I'm going to show you how I made this double-winged butterfly out of resin. So what I have is part B of Let's Resin epoxy resin, and I am going to put 2 ounces of it in my container. And now for part A, I'm going to put another 2 ounces in there for a total of 4 ounces, and I'm going to stir it up for 4 minutes. Once the 4 minutes is up, I'm going to split my resin in 2 different cups, putting 2 ounces in each cup. And I'm going to take my apricot mica powder, and I'm going to put it in one of the containers with the resin. I'm going to put a couple of spoonfuls in there. And then I'm going to mix that up until I don't see any mica powder floating on top. And now what I have is some resin paste that I mixed up using a part B old epoxy resin that I had that had turned yellow. And I added a lot of white mica powder in it. So with the yellow of the resin and the white mica powder, it turned into like a cream color. And it had separated, so I'm just going to mix that up real good. I'm going to put a little bit on my stick there and then stir it up. It wasn't enough, so I got a bit more. Put that in there and then stirred it up real well. You want to make sure you don't have any paste that's not well mixed. And so I have my apricot and my off-white, and I put it in my debubbler. And now, since all the bubbles are at the top, I'm just taking my long neck lighter and I'm popping those bubbles. Once I get that done, then I'm going to take my 91% alcohol spray and I'm going to spray my butterfly mold. And then I'm just going to put my rub my fingers in that, just to spread it around. I don't know if that's what I should do or not, but when I demold this, you'll see I didn't have any bubbles or holes. So I just wiped that out a little bit with my paper towel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour both of these at the same time, but I'm putting the white into the apricot as it pours. And then I'm just going to take my tool and go up in the wings, just to, ensure there are no bubbles, or if there is, pop them out, I guess. I just don't want any bubbles in my butterfly. He's so cute, double winged. I got it off of Amazon. So I'm just going to finish filling it up. And then I'm just going to clean it up around the edges of the resin there. And then I actually did take a bit of it out because I had poured too much in it. So just cleaning that up with my spatula. It's one of the spatulas that are short with a curved into it. I really like it. It works well with the resin. You get 6 in a package from Amazon. So once I get that cleaned up, then I'm like, you know, I guess I took a little bit too much of the resin out. So let me put a little bit of it back in my mold there. And I'm just going to clean around the edges. That way you don't have so much to get off when you don't have to trim it when you get it out of your mold. So I'm just going to take my lighter to it to pop any bubbles that are on top there. And then the next day, there's my butterfly. It is all cured. And it just pops pretty much right out of the mold. Isn't it pretty? She's a bit marbled with the apricot and the off-white. She's so pretty. And her double wings. I love this mold. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my fingernail file and I'm going to go over the edges, the bottom part of the butterfly, because they can be a little sharp. So you want to file them down so they're dull and they're not going to cut you. That would cut you. No, it won't cut you. You don't want it cutting anybody. And then I'm going to take my art glitter glue and I'm just going to go down the body of my butterfly. And this glue does dry clear. And yes, I did get it off of Amazon. And now I am going to take these little half pearls and I'm going to start putting them on my butterfly. And I have one of them on my finger there. And they're pretty small. So I thought I could take my tool there and pick it up, but that wasn't happening. So now I got it. I'm going to put 4 of these on my butterfly. And then you just want to make sure they're straight. That's what it looks like. Pretty butterfly. I really like it. And I'm going to turn this into a magnet. So I'm going to take my E6000 glue. And I'm going to put a little blob of it in the center of the bottom of my butterfly, or the back of my butterfly. And then I have these little very thin magnets that I used to use in paper crafting that, yes, I got off Amazon. And I just put one of those on the back. And that's all you need. These magnets are pretty strong and it'll grip on metals. So here it is. Isn't she pretty? Tell me what you think about her in the comments. Again, I'm Liz with Liz's Crafts, and if you like what you see, give me a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, please think about doing so. And just leave me a comment. Say hi or tell me where you're from or whatever, and I'll see you later. Bye.